Hey guys, welcome back to the Spooky Swans podcast. I'm Jess.
I'm Josh.
And we got a special episode for you guys. Thank you for coming back. Welcome to episode 3.
Episode 3. Oh.
Episode 3.
We went to the movies again.
We did, in fact, go to the movies again. I went to the movies back to back pretty much.
Yeah, you went twice.
I went twice to see this movie because it was that great. So the movie we are talking about is Ready or Not 2. But just to not give you too much spoilers on the second one, since it is freshly out in the movie theaters, we're going to also touch base on Ready or Not, the first one, which came out in 2019. So they've had a couple of years before they put this second one to play.
It was backed by very popular demand. It did very well. The first one did very well, which is... I'm shocked that the second one didn't come out a lot sooner, but yeah, a lot of people wanted a sequel. But yeah, we went... It wasn't opening night, I don't think, was it?
It wasn't opening night. We returned back on a Friday night, even though Josh was like, we're never going back again on a Friday night. We ended up finding ourselves there on a Friday night again. Because that is Josh's day off from work, so it just happens to be a better time for us to go to the movie theaters.
Can I rant for a second?
Of course, go for it.
All right, because we had another issue with movie theater etiquette, which it wasn't anybody screaming at the screen this time, but there was a lot of empty space in the theater, like a lot. But people were still picking seats like directly next to us and other people. Like, you know, did you notice that?
So I'll tell you the reasoning as to why it's like that. For Fandango, which is an app that you can buy your movie theater tickets. For the particular movie theater that we go to, they don't let you pick like sporadically. They force you to choose to sit next to somebody.
It's the dumbest thing. I don't... Why... that annoys me.
Yeah. So it's that one in particular that does that, but the one that I went to with my cousin and one of my closest friends the other night, they weren't like that, so we were able to book away from people.
Yeah, because I'm not going to the movies to make a friend. Like, I just want to watch the movie and eat popcorn, but there's been so many times where I get stuck right next to somebody I don't know, and it's just awkward, and I hate it.
Yeah. So this time around, yeah, there was a lot of empty space, and there was somebody sitting right next to me originally. Like, it was me and some other, I think it was like 2 or 3 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Were they like teens, you would say?
Yeah, probably.
It's always the teens, you know? Which I don't have anything against teens, as long as you're well behaved in the movie theater. But I know when you get together with your friends, you're not like, you can be a little loud and talkative. But so they saw that the seats were empty, so they actually did move over 2 seats from me. So it was nice to not have them right next to us. They were a bit chatty, but definitely like not our worst time at the theater, I would say.
Last time was much worse.
Yeah, last time when we went to see Scream, that was pretty bad. When I went with my cousin and my friend the other night, last night, theater was fine. Yeah, it was fun. They were fun. They were a fun group. Like, everybody was interactive when it was necessary, I guess. And it was a good time.
There was one time I've gone to the theater where it was acceptable for people to be obnoxious, and that was Paranormal Activity 3. I went with an old friend of mine, but everybody in the theater like collectively agreed that the movie sucked, so everyone started talking through it, and then there was a big group of girls down in the row, like 5 rows ahead of us. And some random guy ran up behind them and just scared the shit out of them. So they screamed like crazy and the whole theater started laughing.
Sometimes you gotta make it more enjoyable than what it is.
Yeah.
Especially since you're paying a lot of money to watch a movie.
You could easily drop like $100 going to the movies now.
Yeah.
It's insane.
What's nice about going on like Tuesday nights, though, any movie theater, is everything is half off. Not everything, but like your ticket to watch the movie and popcorn and certain snacks are half off. So if you're looking for like a day that it's a bit cheaper, I would recommend going on a Tuesday night or trying to go in the morning when people are working, because they also charge you less when you go in the morning.
I'm pretty sure they started that right after stuff started opening up again after COVID, to try and get people to like come to the theater more, because it was very like low traffic then. But it was nice. Now it's like insane. You go on a Tuesday, it is packed, but you know, you can't beat that price.
It is packed, but you can't beat that price. And honestly, like, yeah, like you said it, you can't beat that price. So
yeah, we haven't done that in a while.
I'm going.
Should. Yeah. But yeah, well, you saw this one twice.
I did.
And I think you watched the first one again.
I think I watched it like 3 times.
You watched it yesterday morning, didn't you?
I watched it Friday morning before we went to the theater. Because that day I was working from home.
That's right.
I am very blessed and lucky to have a job that allows me to work from home from time to time. So, I'm not going to tell you where I work because I don't want people to show up. Even though I know primarily our listeners are my coworkers.
They're going to, they got to show up. But...
So, they're going to hear this episode and they're going to be like, well, I know where you work, bitch. And I'm like, yeah, no shit.
I wouldn't constitute these movies more horror. I'd say more comedy to some extent.
Debatable, because it has aspects of being comedy, obviously, but it has suspenseful moments too.
Yeah.
In it, so I would say like horror suspense.
Yeah, I guess.
Because sometimes when you say horror comedy, I have a coworker in particular, she's not like the biggest fan of horror comedy. So when I told her this movie was a horror comedy, she was like, I don't really like horror comedy. And I'm like, no, but it's the right amount of comedy. It's not like overbearing. It's not anything like Scary Movie where it's just like over the top.
Yeah, Scary Movie, you have to go in and knowing it's just going to be ridiculous and over the top nonsense. But no, this does just right. I think it balances very well. Story-wise, I think it's decent.
Yeah, so if you haven't checked out Ready or Not yet, the first one, I highly suggest watching that one first before going to the movies to watch the second one. And you can watch this first one on Hulu. Josh is going to explain what it's about because I am really bad at summarizing a movie. And even though, like, when I summarize things to Josh, he will be like, are you talking about this? Because I'll be like, the guy with the cube, and you walk in, and, like, there's maggots everywhere and stuff.
Yeah, Hellraiser.
Yeah, and that's how I will describe a movie, and he'll get it, but he'll be like, babe, that's not a good description.
I'll get it, but it will take a while to get there. But this movie stars Samara Weaving, who has quickly become a scream queen in the horror genre. Everybody knows who she is now. She's marrying into this mega rich family that owns a board game company, I believe it is, and it goes back like a very long way, so they're like old money. And she's getting ready for the wedding, and everybody's taking pictures with her, and the brother and the cousins are being like obnoxious and creepy, and their normal rich people self, and she thinks nothing of it. I did skip a beginning part. Before this, there's a flashback to when her husband that she marries is a little kid, and he's in the house, and it's like pitch black, and they're playing hide and seek. and they're trying to find the new bride of the family, the one that just married in. Was that
No,
it?
so the groom. So they were killing the groom.
Oh, it was the groom. Okay.
Yeah, so they were hunting down the groom, and the husband that she actually marries in present time was a child back then, so he wasn't a part of this killing when it happened. But he did see Mr. Lavelle, which is this particular... Go ahead, take it from here, because I am going to describe it so bad.
Is he the devil? Like, who is he, though? Because I'm still kind of...
Like, who he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would say, like, he's some type of devil. Like, obviously, like, these people sold their souls, pretty much, and in exchange, they have money and power.
Yeah.
But what he requires from them is every now and then, even if it's, like, an X amount of years, they have to play games, right? So there's, like, this particular little box that they have, and each person that marries into the family has to draw a card, and that's like their initiation into the family. And all the cards are pretty, like, it's whatever, like they're regular games like Old Maid and chess and checkers and stuff like that, and then they just play the game and you're into the family. She pulls the one bad card, which is hide and seek. So that flashback that Josh was talking about is the last time that it happened, which was 30 years back. That, you know, the lady with the gray hair, the aunt?
Becky?
She was the one getting married.
Oh, yeah.
In that flashback. And they had to hunt down her husband and sacrifice him. So once in a while, he requires a sacrifice if you draw that card.
Yeah.
So she got lucky and drew that card.
Yeah, and she scoffs at first. She's like, "Are we really about to fucking play hide and seek? Like, really?" They're like, "Yeah, it's tradition. You gotta follow tradition." Ha ha ha. So she's like, "Okay, fuck it," and they're like, "All right, go hide anywhere within the property, and we will come and find you." And she's like, "Whatever." So she goes off and hides, and as she's hiding, it cuts back to the family, and you just see them grabbing weapons and like gearing up and getting ready, and you're putting it together right away, like, oh, they're gonna kill her. Like, they're just gonna hunt the shit out of her and kill her. And this is where the comedy starts, because then the one I don't know if he's the cousin or the uncle, the one fat guy with the glasses, he's hiding in a closet because he doesn't want to like participate, but he's holding a crossbow. And he's in the closet watching a tutorial on how to use it.
That's the husband of Emily.
That's who that was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just watching a YouTube tutorial, and it's like, I don't know why that made me laugh as hard as it did, but it's just...
Oh, a video tutorial on how to... And he's gay, too, because you see him texting back and forth with this guy named Kip. And he's like, yeah, just doing some family shit kind of thing.
Yeah, doing family shit.
And it's funny. So peep that little scene, because Kip does come back in the second one.
Does he?
Yes.
I didn't notice that. Okay.
He's the cousin of the main family.
Oh, wow.
The Danforths.
That's him?
Yes. The guy that... Because they were like, oh, don't you want to possibly get ready just in case you have to take the field? And he's like, nah. He's like, they've been trained their whole life. I ain't going on the field.
He's like, this will be over in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't pick up on that, so I'm gonna have to rewatch. But that's a really funny connection, actually. So, basically, it starts. They're hunting her. She's hiding in the dumbwaiter, like, just chill, not thinking anything of it. And then, who was the first one to spot her? Was it?
So just to backtrack a little bit, they did tell her, like, well, at first she was like, is this even fair? Because it's like one against all of you. And they were like, there's no way for me to win. And they told her, yeah, there is. Like, you could stay hidden until dawn. And she's like, nah. I'm not going to do that.
Mm.
And they were like, ha ha ha, yeah, okay, that's, funny. So then she hides. Who catches her first? Her husband actually catches her first. He tries to pull her and, tell her what's happening.
And she doesn't believe him at first, right?
No, she pulls him, and then the sister actually shoots one of the maids.
Yes, that's right. The bumbling, dumb sister. Doesn't she, trip and the gun goes off and she shoots the maid in the face?
Something like that. She was high off of coke.
That's right.
So...
Yeah. You may know the sister if you watch the show Letterkenny. She's one of the girls from that show. But yeah,
what's the actress's name?
That's Melanie Scrofano. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, she was on Letterkenny. But yeah, it's hilarious because she's just ridiculous the whole movie. She's tripping over herself. She's high off of coke, just shooting everywhere.
Yeah, and she kills a whole bunch of people, but not the right person. She just kills all the maids.
There's a lot of accidental death in these movies.
Yes, and then it's funny because she's killing all the maids, and then the dad is like, oh my god, but she's just this little twig of a girl. How is she taking them all down? And I'm like, she hasn't taken down any of them. That's been your daughter taking them down.
Doesn't at one point he gets annoyed and he's like, I'm gonna have no maids left or something like that? I could have swore he says something to that effect, but
yeah. So husband finally warns her, gives her sneakers and stuff, and says, you need to hide. This is what's gonna happen. You pulled the one bad card, and then she's flipping out on him, rightfully so.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you should have told me. And then he has the audacity to be like, oh, but if I told you, you wouldn't have married me. I'm like, absolutely.
See, that's where I disagree. I would have still, because then there's still a chance that I marry into the family and get money. I'd risk it.
But then you hunt me down if I pull the one bad card. No, thank you.
Well, no, I wouldn't. If it was, the roles were reversed. And say you're the rich one.
Okay. I like this scenario already.
And I'm marrying into your family. And I pull the bad card. Y'all gotta hunt me till dawn. I'll risk it.
Oh, I wouldn't. I was also saying, always just, you gotta marry poor white. You cannot marry rich white.
Gee, thanks. Appreciate that. She says that because I lived in a basement for a few years. It's fine.
And he's poor white, so his family isn't trying to kill me. They love me, and they're good people.
Yeah, I'm old poor. I know how to do it. Not like these new poors. Anyway.
Yeah.
So she gets her sweet Converse back, the sweet yellow Converse. She cuts the dress in half so she's got better motion. She's gearing up, getting ready to hide.
You know what's funny? With those yellow Converse, for whatever reason, I thought they were pink, and then when I rewatched the movie, I was like, oh, they're yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it's just I wanted them to be pink, but
you just want pink Converse.
Yeah, I love pink.
Yeah.
The mic we're talking off of is pink.
The mic is pink, the headphones are pink, everything in this house is pink.
No, not everything. A couple things. A lot of things.
Yeah, only the cats, they're orange. But anyway, back to the movie. So it's really hard to go on about the entire movie because it's mainly just hide and seek. That's the whole movie, mixed with blood and gore and accidental shooting of maids in the face and people driving by being very unhelpful. Because she does eventually get out to the road and she's like trying to flag down cars, and people just drive by her and almost hit her. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Oh my god! But the way she does it, she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You fuck!" Like, and then a whole bunch of other swear words, and then she's like, "Ah!"
Her scream. I want to mention this.
Oh god!
Because she has a blood-curdling scream that
Yes.
she does. It's become very iconic for her. Because she's not only done it in both of these movies, but she's done it. She was in Scream 6. She did it then. If you've seen Scream 6, she's the one who gets hacked up in the alleyway within the first 2 minutes of the movie.
I'm trying to think if she did it in Borderline, too.
I think she also did it in Babysitter.
I don't know.
No?
Not in Babysitter, because in Babysitter she is the killer.
Yeah, but she gets fucked up in that movie. Like a lot. But, no, maybe not. But, yeah, so her scream is insane. And she does it a lot.
It's so funny because I rewatched it with my cousin and my friend on Monday because we have movie Mondays, and they're the two people who come over.
So you rewatched the first one Friday and then Monday?
Friday, Monday, yep.
Good Lord.
Yes, I did. And then one other time by myself also. Like, I think the week before or something. Like last month or something. Just because I was like, I need it fresh in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I just love to do that. I don't mind. I am a person that will rewatch a movie over and over and over again. And I don't mind putting it on for somebody and letting them watch it, and I'll watch it with them. Unless it's a really shitty movie, then I'm like, I'm not game for this.
No, because you make certain movies your comfort movies.
Yes.
And then it becomes super easy to watch, like, fun-sized. Could watch that anytime.
Yeah. Oh god, Josh is going to expose me and be like, oh, these are her comfort movies. Flip. This, and that.
There's... Yeah, but, you have normal comfort movies. Mine, if I'm depressed or had a bad day at work, I'll watch Terrifier. I'll watch, Tales of Halloween. I'll watch...
For a while, Terrifier 2 was my comfort movie.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie. I just love... I think it's more that I love the aesthetic of Sienna's room and everything, and her, putting the costume together and stuff. I love DIYing a lot of stuff, so I just relate to that a lot. And then just her room and everything, I'm just like, man, I love this aesthetic. It's just so cozy and comfy.
Yeah.
Even though, obviously, it's not a cozy, comfy movie. I did go to that Halloween shop that was filmed in that movie, too. It's in New York.
Oh, that's right. You did go to that.
It's called Abracadabra.
I still want to go. I want to check that out.
It's awesome. I went with a friend, and it was really busy, but I was only there with one purpose, and one purpose only, to look for their cat. Because they have a cat in the store.
Did you find it?
Yes, I did. And in fact, his name is Mr. Hyde, and he's very nice. And I gave him pets. And then I was like, okay, we can leave.
I respect it. I'm assuming they have a lot of Art the Clown stuff.
As soon as you walk in, there's a big Art the Clown right there.
Yep.
Yeah. But they have, costume galore all over in there. It's amazing. We have to go one day. It's all year round that it's open, too. Oh. So, it's really nice. Unfortunately, my friend and I did go around closer to Halloween. So, you can just imagine how packed it was.
Yeah.
So, it really was bodies on top of each other. Mm-hmm. Even though we did walk everything. We went straight in, looked at everything, walked upstairs, walked around, went downstairs, because there's also a downstairs, mm-hmm. where they actually make you costumes there. You can rent costumes. So it's pretty awesome. They're very expensive, though.
I believe it. It's a specialty shop, so yeah, they're going to be pricey.
Yeah, and then they have little food and water around for the cat. So I was like, okay, I must be near
Aw, I want to meet the cat.
He was downstairs chilling.
Of course.
Yep, and I got pets. And my friend was like, you always find the cat.
It's true.
It doesn't matter where we are. You always find a cat.
It happened in Puerto Rico when we went. We were walking in, when were we at the town square?
Yeah.
And you got surrounded by cats.
It was just the one cat.
There was a few cats.
It was a kitten.
Yeah, and it was not leaving you alone. And you're like, we need to take him home. And I'm like, no.
I lured the kitten out, and my family was like, oh my goodness, like, this girl and her cats.
Everywhere.
And I'm like, oh well, I'm the cat whisperer.
Yeah. But, yeah, back to the movie. Sorry, we sidetrack a lot. Do we give away the ending to this one? Because it came out in 2019.
It came out in 2019, and in order to see the second one, you need to see the first one. So, and yeah. I feel like if you haven't seen the first one, I don't know what you're doing.
It's not going to make any sense.
My coworker, who isn't the biggest fan of comedy horror, I'm making her watch Ready or Not. I was like, you will enjoy it. I promise you, you will enjoy it. It's not corny horror. Like, it has little aspect, like sprinkles. Mm-hmm. That it's like, okay, like, I'm not the biggest fan of horror comedy, even though I definitely am a big fan of comedy horror, even if it's, like, really stupid. I love it.
Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. But so the whole movie, basically, like I mentioned, it's just hide and seek. It gets to the end, and the family, especially the older members of the family, are like losing their shit because they haven't found her yet. And they're like, you know, if we don't catch her and kill her, we all die. Like that's the deal. We all are gonna die. None of the younger members of the family believe it. They're like, whatever. It's just made up and stupid and nonsense.
And it's funny because when they're killing the maids, they're like, does that count? Does this count?
Oh, yeah.
And then the aunt is like, no, it doesn't count. It has to be the bride. And then throughout the whole movie, they're like, well, can this count? Like,
why would it?
Yeah. The family, they're not the brightest of the bunch. I mean...
They're dumb as shit.
Yeah. The sister, dumb as shit. Mm-hmm. She married a gay man.
Yeah.
Who's not the brightest either, but he's not as bad as her. And then there's a brother who he kind of is like a drunk, but he's pretty chill.
Oh, yeah, played by Adam Brody.
Yeah, he also thinks that it's a scam, like stupid. He doesn't think that the family's gonna die at all, but he did. I will give him the fact that he did tell the lady he married the whole game, the devil worshipping and everything, and the girl was like, yeah, sign me up, I don't care. And then she was like, well, you know what type of lifestyle I was living before.
See? She gets it.
Yeah.
I don't sound so crazy now. So eventually they do catch her. And it's right before dawn. And they get her on the table and they're like doing a ritual. And they're right about to stab her. Like they're just about to. And then she gets free and grabs the knife and starts swinging at everybody and like does her scream. That's where you hear it. It's like crazy. And then
sounds like a goat.
It does sound like, if you heard the screaming goat, that's exactly what it sounds like.
I told my cousin and my friend that when she screams, she sounds a bit like a goat screaming. Mm-hmm. And now they can't unhear it. Yeah. So every time they hear her scream like that, they would start laughing. And they were like, damn it, like, why did you tell me that? Because now I can't unhear it.
You can never unhear it. So she's swinging, and everybody's like, well, what the fuck do we do? And then the sun comes up, and time is up. Like, she won. and they're like, well, nothing's happening. See, I told you this was bullshit. Like, and then fucking pop.
They all start combusting.
They just spontaneously combust, and there's just blood everywhere.
And then the last person to combust is her husband, because at the end, in the beginning, he was trying to help her out. But then at the end, his favorite brother, I mean, he only has one brother, but his brother was killed. Not by her, but she didn't mention that. And so he was like, he's dead. And then he just kind of like lost it. And he, turned against her at that point. And then he thinks he's going to be left behind, that he's good. And he can work things out with her. And then she was like, fuck you. And threw the ring at him. And then he combusts.
He just pops. It's funny because the sister and her shitty kids all run into the hallway, and then you just hear 3 explosions and just blood flying everywhere. That was hilarious. And then she turns towards the fireplace, and sitting in the chair is a figure of, like, was it Mr. LaBelle?
Mr. LaBelle. Yep.
And he just gives her a nod and then disappears, and she's like, well, fuck.
The house goes into flames, and she just sits in the front porch, and she smokes a cigarette.
And you're like, wow, she's saved. This movie's great. The EMTs and cops show up, and she's like, all right, I'm good.
And they're like, what happened here? And she's like, in-laws.
In-laws. And cut to the sequel, which starts directly from that line. Because then she passes out on the ground, and the EMTs like get her on the stretcher and help her to the hospital.
And then when they're trying to shock her awake, you see glimpses of what happened in the first one.
A nice little, way to catch you up to speed from the past couple of years. And then she wakes up for real, and she's like handcuffed to the hospital bed, and she's getting blamed for everything, or suspected of murdering the whole family. She's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then this is when her sister comes to play, because so what we forgot to mention about the first one is this girl, her name is Grace, the one that went through that whole hellhole. And like I said, marry poor white. If you're gonna marry white, marry poor white, like I did. And not rich white, because I feel like rich white does do things like that.
I mean, yeah, I do know some rich white, and they are kind of shitty. So.
Yeah, or like very culty.
Culty, yes.
Yeah, if that's a word. If not, I just made it up right now.
There you go.
Yeah. But, the one that went through that whole hellhole thing, his name is Grace. What's her sister's name?
Faith. Yep.
Okay. So, what's funny about that? They didn't kind of make fun of it in the movie. Like, somebody was like, I hate Irish Catholic people and their names. Because of that, they were making fun of that. And then I did see a meme not too long ago that said, and in the end, Big Sister Margot Robbie comes out to save them. And then I was like, if Margot Robbie was in this movie and she was the older sister, what would her name be? So I came up with a couple of names.
Oh, good.
I wrote down Hope, Joy, and Serenity.
Yeah.
Because I feel like those fit what they're probably going for. But you being slightly Irish.
I grew up Irish Catholic.
Yeah.
And it's very spot on.
Yeah, Josh he's mixed a lot of things.
I'm mixed with a bunch of shit.
Irish,
Italian, Scottish, oddly enough, a little Asian, 1% Indian. Don't know where that came from. Eastern European, a lot of stuff. Mainly neon white, but yeah.
Neon white.
Yeah. Once you get to like Eastern European, it gets very white. But so yeah, her sister shows up and she's not even a teenager, but she's the typical bratty teenager, chewing gum. She's like, "Hey, what's going on, everybody?" Like,
she's got to be in her young, early 20s, maybe like 22 or something like that.
yeah, she's
in
a
the
kid.
movie. I guess through our eyes that is a kid, but to me it's not.
To you, it's not.
To you it is. Because you act years beyond your age.
I always have.
At times.
Mentally, I've always been 87 years old.
And I refuse to age.
That's big. Good for you. I believe it's a good thing.
Yeah, but I vibe with anybody. You put me with old people, I'm going to vibe with them. You put me with young people, I'm going to still vibe with them.
And I'm just going to sit alone in a room and drink coffee. But while this is happening, it cuts to an old man watching TV, and he's watching footage of a war that's going on in the Middle East, and it's like really horrible shit. And then he picks up the phone, and he said, "All right, call for a ceasefire." And then 2 seconds later on the TV, ceasefire called, like war is like basically showing how powerful these rich people actually are and how much influence they have on the world. And that's when Elijah Wood shows up, who is he's not part of the family, he's like a lawyer.
Yeah, he's the lawyer of LaBelle.
Okay, yeah, he's basically, he looks out for the, the business and the affairs of each family. And he lets them know that, this family
is no more, so the highest power is up for grabs now.
Yeah, like the high chair of like the devil worshipping cult is up for grabs. And that's when he calls in his kids. Sarah Michelle Gellar, of course, plays Ursula, and then Sean.
Isn't she in I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yes, she is.
Oh, love that movie.
Great movie. And another one, Sean Hattasey, I believe you say his name. He was in The Faculty with Elijah Wood. Remember that horror movie I showed you where the kids are in high school and the aliens are taking over?
Oh, I love that movie. That's a great movie.
I was trying to figure out where I remembered him from, and then I saw him and Elijah Wood together, and I was like, oh, shit, okay.
Oh, we should review that one.
We should. It's a great movie.
Week.
I'll watch that any day.
Same.
And so the old man basically tells them, like, all right, you know what's about to happen, you know what you kids need to do. And they're like, okay. So they fucking just smother him to death with a pillow and just kill him on the spot.
Yeah, and at first when you're watching the scene, you're like, why did they kill him?
Mm-hmm.
And then later on you do find out. We're not going to give you too much spoilers.
No.
Because, again, this movie just came out, so...
No, but it's just, a good kicking off point.
Yeah, starting point. So basically, just to wrap up that little beginning, this is when you find out that they start reaching out to all the other families that are on the council to tell them, like, it's up for grabs. Like, what was the other family? Le Damas or something like that, or No More, from the first movie.
Yeah.
And I guess they held the power in the beginning?
They held the high chair, and now that they're out, the chair's up for grabs, so then they start calling all over the world to these other families, and they're calling, like, people in London, Shanghai, Newark, New Jersey, and which that one made me laugh, because so the guy in Newark, New Jersey is played by Kevin Durand, who, if you know who he is known for playing very over-the-top, batshit crazy characters.
That explains his character to a T.
Yeah, he's like He's a giant box of Coke, and he's just like going crazy. He's like screaming at people, like he's out of his mind. And then you see him in real life, and I know him from a band that he's in with Russell Crowe called Indoor Garden Party. So you see him like play these crazy, insane people, and then cut to the band. He's in like a nice tuxedo singing in a choir, and it's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, so all the heads of the families get together, and they meet up with Elijah Wood, and Grace and Faith get captured.
And Faith is played by Catherine Newton. I know she's been doing a lot, and a lot of people probably know her too. She was in Lisa Frankenstein. That one was...
That's where I know her from.
You know her from a lot. I'm gonna list a couple of them. I can let you know, because I know you've seen a couple of them. That, Abigail, Freaky. She was in The Society, which I have a bone to pick with The Society. Lisa Frankenstein disappointed me.
It's a bad movie.
It was disappointing because they made it seem like it was going to be horror, but also with romance in it, and it just was not the vibe. If you're looking for a better romance film that she's in, The Map of Tiny Perfect Things, which is on Prime, I would check that one out. That one's a really, really good romance film. I know Josh has not watched it because, again, he's not really into the romance things.
No.
But I know we have a lot of girly listeners out there, so just for you. She was in Abigail, which is about that little vampire girl.
Oh, yeah, so was Kevin Durant. He was in that, too.
Yeah, so that one was a really, really good movie. And then Freaky, where she switches bodies with
Vince Vaughn.
With Vince Vaughn. I
like
know
that
you've
movie.
seen that movie.
That movie's
before.
hilarious.
That movie's hilarious. Yes. And then she was in that show, The Society, where they only did one season.
Yeah.
And it came out around the pandemic. Mm-hmm. It came out 2019, I believe. And the first season was so good. The sucky thing is, it leaves you on the biggest cliffhanger ever. That you're so mad at the TV because you're just like, you got me so hooked to the show. And then because of the pandemic, it got chopped.
Yeah.
And I know there was a petition for a long time to like bring the show back. But again, that show came out in 2019. Like,
yeah, it's not gonna.
They're not gonna bring it back.
No, it's the same thing with the Orville, the what is it? The Star Trek kind of spoof.
Oh, the one that you put on? Yeah, that one was really good too.
It was really good, and then they started doing their own thing with it and making up like their own storylines that weren't a spoof, and it turned into like a really great show. And then it hasn't come back in years, and now Seth Meyers is doing like Ted and other shows. But yeah, so
I hate when they cancel shows. When you get so hooked on a show, yeah, and then they just cancel it. They leave you on the biggest cliffhanger, and then they cancel it. And you're just like, I hate my life. I wasted my time watching this show. You got me so hooked to it, and now you cancel it. Mm-hmm. That, or what also makes me mad is when the show is so good, so great, and they end it so poorly.
Yeah, they did that with Lost.
They did that with Lost. Everybody's still angry as of today. Arguably, I did not like the end of Shameless. I thought it was an amazing show. It went on for a very long time. So I'm not the only one that thinks that was an amazing show if it went on that long. And it ended poorly.
The whole last season was a dud. It wasn't good. I ended up hating the majority of the characters in the last season. Debbie I hated throughout the entire series.
They did kind of redeem her a little bit later on if you continued watching it. I feel like every character in there has their one season that they really, really piss you off. For the longest time, it is Debbie. And I think for a while they were like, okay, we need to fix Debbie.
Yeah.
We need to put the hate on someone else for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The only character to me that's been consistent whole way through is Carl.
Yeah, Carl's been chill the whole time.
Because he's been like hella chill. To me, he was always badass too.
Yeah. We're getting off track. Can't talk about Shameless all night, even though we would like to.
I could talk about Shameless
easily
all night.
It's a great show.
If you've never watched that show, check it out. Oh, the 100 also ended poorly. That series at the end was horrible. It was so good in the beginning. It had everything: action, thriller, romance, suspense.
Yeah.
And then it ended so poorly. I think the last 2 to 3 seasons of that show was just not great.
Yeah.
But I was so far in deep that I was like, I need to finish this.
There's so many shows. Like, there's a show called Reaper that was out years ago. This was like 2010. And it was about this kid. He just turns, I think it's his 21st birthday. And he finds out that he was adopted. But he finds out that he's actually the son of the devil. And the devil shows up and basically tells him, like, hey, it's your responsibility to capture escaped souls from hell. And him and his 2 dumb friends, like, each episode are trying to capture a new soul. And it's a hilarious show. It's really good, but they ended it, like, right away. But it was a bummer.
Maybe not enough viewers.
Definitely not enough viewers. But anyway, back to Ready or Not 2. So, Elijah Wood, who is a horror icon in his own right. I mean, he was in, he did the remake of Maniac, which was insane. If you have time, watch it. If you're ready to feel really uncomfortable. The Faculty, like I mentioned, he was in that. A bunch of movies. Cooties, I think, was another one that was a horror comedy. But, so he gets all the heads of the families together. They capture, Grace and Faith and drug them, and they wake up in a room surrounded by all these people, and, just the cringy rich people, like, oh, let me get a selfie with them, like, taking pictures, being ridiculous, and there's the Asian woman and her dumb son who's just playing his Switch the whole time.
Yeah, the minute he walked in, he was like, what's the Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Fat idiot. And basically Elijah Wood explains the rules. The seat's up for grabs. The first one to kill her before dawn gets the seat. But if she survives, then she gets the seat. And the families are watching from up in this, like, viewing room, and one member at a time has to go out to hunt. And if that person should die, then the next person has to go.
Yeah, so the head of household or the eldest member of each family has to go out into the field to hunt her down, which explains as to why you saw the brother and sister kill their father in the beginning, because he was old, he was frail, and he was basically like, win it back to his kids. So they knew what they had to do. Then everybody in the movie theater is like, oh.
Yeah. It all makes sense.
It all makes sense. It clicks.
All the other families like, oh, you fucking cheaters. You knew this was going to happen.
They're snakes.
Yeah.
Because they've been training since birth on how to, like kill, basically. Not kill, but, like, hunt.
Yeah.
And...
which doesn't come across as much. Not for Sarah Michelle Gellar. She's a horrible shot. Because the other stipulation is each person can only hunt with a weapon from the time period of when their family swore their souls to the devil. So some people have, like, a sniper rifle and, like, up-to-date equipment, and other people are using, like, a flintlock pistol and like, old.
I don't know what any of these weapons are called, so you got that, babe. Because that's not me.
The shitty old gun Sarah Michelle Gellar was using. It's a flintlock pistol. So you have one shot, then you got to sit there for 20 minutes and reload it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So that's what she was using, and then her brother had like a bat with an axe on the other side, like,
Yeah, that one I'll do.
That
instead.
one's okay. Yeah.
I'll do something like that.
Yeah.
Don't give me a gun unless I can shoot it a couple times.
Yeah. Other people had like a rocket launcher and a katana, but so the girls wake up in the middle of this golf course and they're handcuffed together, and they're like, I don't want to do this, but then,
they're like, you have to participate.
You have to.
And then she was like, but I don't want the high power. And then the lawyer's like, oh, but you get to control everything. And she's like, I don't care. I don't want it.
Yeah. The high seat literally controls the entire world.
The entire world, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like if we keep going, we're going to give away too much.
Yeah. So basically, they, round 2 of hide and seek. This time, her sister's with her. Mm-hmm. And they all go out and hunt her down, and like we had said, it's either the eldest person out on the field or the head of household out on the field, and
or a small child.
It just goes down the line.
Yeah.
So if your family member drops dead on the field, it's the next one.
Yeah.
It's the next one down. So that's how it goes, just to let you kind of know about that. But you will see it if you go to the movies to see it.
Yeah, you'll understand what we're talking about.
You'll understand what we're talking about when we say head of household or eldest member.
A lot more accidental deaths and a lot of people yelling "Hail Satan."
Yes.
For like an hour and 40 minutes. But there's great action. There's a lot of great kills in this movie.
Great kills in this movie. I feel like the main character, like Samara and Catherine, they were pretty badass. They were fighting. They were keeping their own.
They were great.
Yeah.
I won't even give it away. All I'm going to say is Laundry Room.
Yes.
Is my favorite of the whole movie. But yeah, so it's Ready or Not 2. Go check it out. Watch the first one if you haven't, because you're not going to understand shit.
Yeah, you're not going to understand the second one. It has a great ending, so you're not going to be mad at all. Arguably, I feel like this movie was pretty equal to. It was really, really good.
Usually, sequels suck.
Yes.
But this one, I like it just as much as the first one.
Yeah. It was very, very enjoyable to watch. Very fun. Love the little plot twist.
Yeah.
And
the stakes were higher. The kills were gorier. And instead of like a big house, they're at a big like hotel golf course thing.
Yeah, like a country club.
Yeah. Which is so funny because there's a scene where they're clearing all the guests out so that they can use it, and there's like a wedding going on. They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, there's a gas leak. You all gotta leave." And the woman's like, "What the fuck?" And then the brother just gets on the loudspeaker. He's like, "Yeah, there's a gas leak, so if you could all kindly just get the fuck out, that'd be pretty sweet. Thank you." And everyone's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. Oh no, he isn't nice about it at all.
No, he's a scumbag for the whole movie.
I know with the wedding too, when they had stopped it, he was pretty much like, "You could do better."
You could do better.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, but the movie's hilarious. You will absolutely enjoy it, I think. A huge cast of people. In both of them, it's a massive cast. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
Yep, a lot of fun. What would you rate it out of 10?
I'd give it a solid 9.
You'd give it a solid 9?
Yeah, which I normally wouldn't do. I'm very picky, but I liked it that much. How about you?
Yeah, I think I gotta give it a solid 9 also.
Yeah.
It's hard to give a 10 out here.
It's very hard to give a 10. I'm What would be a 10? What movie would we constitute as like a 10?
The Goofy movie.
Just thinking more horror, but
oh, horror movie. I don't know, man.
Lost Boys.
I would still not give that one a 10.
No.
That one has it has a little bit of outdatedness to certain things.
Jaws. I would give Jaws a
10. I could not give Jaws a 10. It's nostalgic. I feel like you almost want to give those films a 10 because they're nostalgic.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. Oh well, maybe we'll stumble across our 10.
I'm sure we will. But I think next, what should we do next?
What should we do next?
I think we should watch The Faculty, just because 2 of the characters from that movie are in this movie.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
But,
yeah, that's all we got for this week. Thank you all for listening.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us on episode 3. Thank you for being patient. I know last week we weren't able to get an episode out for you, but we're trying to do this weekly, so be patient with us and we'll get it over to you. I know one of my coworkers was like, I need an episode now.
Yeah.
And I really, really appreciate it because that means a lot. That's great feedback.
Yeah.
To get.
Same thing with my co-host from my other show that I'm on, Conspiracy Kitchen, says that him and his wife have been listening, so that's good.
And how have they been feeling about it?
They like it.
They like it?
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's great to get some feedback. It's nice because I've been telling people about it. I started with coworkers. For whatever reason, it's always easier to tell your coworkers first. You do see them like on a daily basis versus your friends. And then I said it to a couple of my friends, and majority of people have watched it, even my cousins.
We're still getting the hang of this. We haven't been doing this too long.
No. You have been doing it a little bit longer than me because, you have your other podcast.
Yeah. New episode's going to be out, by the way. It should be out now, just saying. But yeah, so we're still getting our bearings with this whole thing, so stick with us. Recommend movies. We will absolutely watch them. No matter how ridiculous, we will watch them.
Yeah. Like, my one cousin, we were talking about Scary Movie and how excited we were to watch the new Scary Movie coming out. And then he was like, have you watched The Coffee Table? And I was like, no, never. And I ended up watching it that same day that he said, you should watch it. And I was like, what's it about? And he was like, you should just watch it. Yeah. And I was thinking, because we were talking about comedy horror, that it would also be comedy horror. And it is marked down as comedy horror. And it was not funny.
It's depressing horror.
It's depressing. I guess it has like dark humor, if you want to.
If that's your type of humor, I don't want to know you. But no, it's more depressing humor or depressing horror than anything.
I thought it was an okay movie, though. I still thought it was good. It's not no Slenderman. Slenderman.
Oh
yeah.
God, we got to review that.
Why?
Well, we've been reviewing good movies. We got to review a bad one.
Oh boy. Well. Okay.
If you want to know what Slenderman is, just close your eyes for like an hour and a half. That's the whole movie. You can't see shit.
Yeah, or walk in the woods with your phone and pretend like you're going to take a video, and then rewatch that video.
Yeah.
And you just watch Slenderman.
Yeah. It's just an hour and 40 minutes of people walking in the woods doing nothing.
Yep, and it fails to have a main character.
That's very true. I think we just reviewed it.
Yep.
But yes, so thank you guys very much. We will be back next week with another movie. Like Josh said, if you have any recommendations or you want us to review anything, just let us know. Leave a comment or tell us in person if you know us in person. And yeah, we'll be back next week. So thank you. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.